Let's talk about the OG haters, ancient Chinese scholars, and their long-standing beef with merchants. Why the shade? Merchants were labeled parasites of society and shoved to the bottom of the Confucian social hierarchy. Yep, they were officially lower than farmers and artisans. Why? Because farmers worked the fields, artisans crafted goods, and scholars, well, they dropped wisdom bombs for the greater good. Merchants, on the other hand, just middlemen who bought and sold stuff while raking in the cash, or so the scholars claimed. Confucianism romanticized farmers as noble providers while painting merchants as chaos agents, thriving on change, innovation, and profit. In a society rooted in Confucianism, where stability and tradition were sacred, merchants were the ultimate disruptors with their fast-paced innovation and newfangled ideas. The Silk Road didn't just bring silk to new markets. It brought foreign goods, beliefs, and cultural influences. To Confucian scholars, this was a slippery slope to societal discord. The result? Merchants became the ancient equivalent of corporate villains, greedy, cunning, and disruptive. Even the Chinese character for Shang, merchant, seems to give off sly, mustachioed vibes, like it's side-eyeing you for every coin you've made. But it wasn't just the scholars clutching their Confucian pearls. Nobles and landlords had their own reasons to sneer at the merchant class. Merchants, with their growing wealth, started buying up luxurious properties, adorning themselves with fine silks, and collecting extravagant goods that rivaled the elite. For the traditional aristocracy, this was the ultimate no-no. The nobles saw the merchants' success as a direct threat to their carefully curated social dominance. The unspoken rule was clear. Wealth was supposed to stay within the upper echelons of society, not land in the hands of mere traders. It wasn't just about economics, it was about identity. Nobles and landlords felt their rightful status was under siege, and they wanted merchants to stay in their lane. The idea of a merchant's wealth overshadowing a noble's prestige? Unthinkable. And let's not forget the military, another vocal group in the merchants' long list of haters. For warriors, whose lives revolved around protecting the nation and earning honor through battle, merchants looked like freeloaders. The logic went like this. Soldiers bled for the country, but merchants only chased profit, trading goods and making deals while others risked their lives. This sentiment only deepened during times of conflict. While soldiers were out fighting to secure borders or quell rebellions, merchants continued raking in profits, sometimes even leveraging wartime demand for goods to increase their wealth. In the eyes of many warriors, merchants weren't just opportunists, they were unpatriotic. And yet, these so-called parasites fueled one of China's greatest legacies, the Silk Road. Farmers grew the silk, sure, but merchants sold it, turning Chinese goods into global luxury items. Without them, the Silk Road would have been nothing more than a dusty road trip with zero ROI. Merchants didn't just trade goods, they connected cultures. They brought back exotic spices, medicines, and tech, like paper and printing, from China to Europe. These technologies played a significant role in sparking the intellectual and cultural movements that led to the Renaissance. Without merchants bridging the gap between East and West, the Renaissance as we know it might never have happened. They absorbed risks, too. When harvests failed, farmers faced the loss of their crops, but merchants bore their share of the burden as well. Responsible for storing, transporting, and reselling goods, merchants often cushioned some of the economic fallout. And for commoners, trade was one of the few paths to upward mobility. Sure, some merchants were greedy, but that greed also drove innovation. Love them or hate them, merchants kept the economy thriving and the world connected. So, the next time someone calls merchants parasites, remind them, without trade, we'd still be eating local and thinking small.